Hello and welcome, my name's Stringlish from Forgotten Games, and today we're going to go over the update in Game of Thrones Winter is Coming, the newest one that created the Awakening 2.0, added a new hero and alliance banners. Before we get started, I just want to brag that I finally have Tyrion Gold, so I'm quite happy about that. Now, first up, we're just going to look at the graphical changes. Now, what happens now is that every time you receive items, you get a congratulations message. While this is very nice for, say, alliance gifts such as this, you can tell exactly what you get. It can be a bit annoying for certain. I would love to see in the future an option to tick a box saying do not show me this type of message in the future, so you can customize exactly what you want to see. Next up on the graphical changes are the changes to the reports. It is a lot easier now to see your lineup with an overview screen, and it's also an awful lot easier in massive battles to find your army, having been highlighted. When it comes to single-player combat, this is increased even more. Not only do you get an overview, at least to start off with commanders, you can also see the stats, just quickly at a glance, and it's very nice to know we finally have confirmation that the counter information is 200%. So therefore, you do 200% extra damage against the proper counter. It's very gratifying to know. This is a ratio was bandied about. We weren't sure whether it was 2-1, 3-1. We did think it was 3-1, but it's very nice to have confirmation. And we can see the bonuses added. Statistics now, we can see the breakdown of each army and group type. And finally, battle record, meaning we no longer need to scroll through the battle record to find the statistics or bonuses. It's all in a very compact, nice to see format, which should make it a little bit easier to keep it all together. We have the bar at the top as well that tells you just how many troops survive, so at a glance you can tell just how damaging it has been, as well as city defences and defensive present when we're fighting. Next up, we'll talk about the Alliance banners. Here, for example, is the 1 Chaos Alliance banner. We haven't changed it yet, so this is one of the defaults we have. It gives you a gold dragon production 10%. As far as we can tell, there's no exact range, although it makes sense to place it next to your hive. The Alliance banner can only be changed by a duke, and can be placed by anyone of the leadership. By going into this tab, you can place it every 10 minutes. Only the Alliance leader and Alliance officials can create an Alliance banner. It can't be created, however, in a Great City special area or a Great City restricted area, and you can only have one banner at once. It should be noted that a certain amount of supplies is consumed when creating an Alliance banner, so you don't want to create it too often. It does last a week, though, so it could be a very good way to give an alliance, in general, a bonus. Alliance banners, however, aren't just as simple as 10% gold. As you can see here, you do gain different rewards for each season of Alliance Conquest, depending where you placed, as long as you're in the top 3. It should be noted this sort of acts like a subtle catch-up mechanic, with alliances in B League, where members normally have an awful lot of researches and constructions left to do, gain bonuses there, whereas A and Super League will gain combat bonuses, and that way, if you win multiple seasons, you will have flexibility to choose what is best for your alliance. The Alliance banner should probably be placed most of the time in order to gain small bonuses, as in this game, as we know, is every little helps. Next up, we have the new commander called Winton. In the game, Winton is originally from a small fishing town of Volantis before becoming one of the 1,000 Fiery Hand. That's the armed militia of R'hllor, the god. However, upon his presumed death, he was not allowed to return, as there is only a fixed number of Fiery Hands, so therefore he joined the Golden Company, becoming one of the most famed warriors within its ranks. In the mobile version, however, the new character seems to be from the Iron Islands, more specifically Old Wick or Greater Wick. So either way, he has a naval background. He was often mocked as a child and called the Whale. However, he has made that his own, as his army skill, Awakening the Whale, deals 200% damage of troops attacked to the enemy. His normal combat-oriented bonuses give an increase of cavalry attack by 30%, a decrease of enemy health by 15%, and enemy army defense reduction by 10%. He's an amazing commander for a cavalry-centric focus. You will rip through infantry like a hot knife through butter. His skills, however, are a little bit different, rather reminiscent of, say, Rob, just with a shorter stun. The advantage of Winton is that he has a rather large damage-dealing burst in a conical area that also stuns and removes buffs for 2 seconds. He also has a 30% chance to stun and remove an enemy's buff every time he attacks. He reduces normal damage attack done to him by 30%, so while still vulnerable to skills, is a really amazing tank. And then finally, his probably most interesting ability is he reduces enemy heal effect by 43%. This means that quite a few commanders will be hard pressed to heal when faced against Winton, while another commander such as Rob that has a heal bonus will just about break even. Commanders that don't have that advantage will find themselves mismatched against him. Added to the fact his Wrath means he takes less damage, means he's going to be around for a long time. Finally, the biggest change is to the Awakening system and the increase of your commanders. One of the biggest changes coming in now is that a golden quality commander is not necessary to activate a commander to 1-star in Awakening anymore. If you have a green quality commander, you can upgrade him to 1-star. 2 stars require a blue quality commander, 3 stars a purple one, and 4 stars for a full golden quality. This means you can start the Awakening process earlier and sort of spread out the time it takes. The Awakening System 2.0 also grants commanders an extra buff on specialization skills, both active and passive. The specialization skills being the skills you have here, being the skills that affect your army and your city. After being awakened to 1-star, a commander will deal 20% more damage when casting active army skill, which can be leveled up to level 65, with 140% more damage and a max range of level 80, after activating all 4 stars. This means it's even worth getting your green commanders up to level 1 awakening, just for the extra damage they'll be able to do. When in 3 stars, the enhanced specialization skills will be 1.6 times the original instead of plus 20%, meaning that awakening is now even more important. It's definitely not something to skimp on. Thankfully, you will start fresh and all materials will be returned, and if you already got a commander to Awakening 4, you will have enough materials to awaken him to level 4 again. The commanders that can currently be awakened are Seg, Soren, Chris, Lyanna Waters, Annie, Robb Stark, Raymond, Gorell, Jon Snow, Theon Greyjoy, and Sheila will be opened tomorrow. So let's quickly look at how the awakening will happen in practice. First of all, I'm going to awaken Gorell. Gorell is a spearman tank, probably one of the only you have at the start, and he's a very useful commander for me, seeing as I work mainly with spears. Increasing the spearman attack and defense is something I want to look into. So first of all, we are able to advance the commander past level 8, which was the maximum now. That takes 24 hours. Let's just fast forward time. Once again, now you can see it increases the soldiers bought. This is an interesting effect, the only actual advantage from this advancement, but it means that your army size will increase further. It will, however, be very expensive to completely upgrade these to level 10. As you can see, you require 2 of these guard armors compared to the only 1 you needed before. It means it will be twice as expensive. However, the bonuses on army size will really mean that your favourite commanders will pack a punch. As for the awakening, it works pretty much the same as before. You are going to use the tier books of wisdom to unlock each one of these items. As you can see, the first time it cost me 40 tier 1 books, and I increased my defense, my spearman defense. Here you can see I get 1.5 spearman health, 1.5 spearman attack, 1.5 spearman defense, and so on. By slowly activating these in a circle, I complete the level 1 trials. Until finally, I unlock the level 1 awakening, having to use Gorell tokens to enhance him, and then I'll continue. Upon reaching the 1st star, I can now upgrade him to level 65, which I shall quickly do as you tend to accumulate a little bit of food here and there, especially after you've already reached max level. Once again, we go through the alchemical circle, slowly summoning the stronger Gorell. Sometime later. Here we can see already the startling difference in attack, defense and health from the base. However, I still have a fair way to go. I presume this will change the balance in the training grounds, where everybody sort of stabilises, and I'll see how expensive it becomes in the future. I also have a quick note about an upgrade that came in about 2 weeks ago, however wasn't big enough to warrant its own video. This is the change to Expedition Beyond. After you've cleared an event once, as you can see here. Oh, I chose expert, never mind. Well, I've already cleared expert. I can simply blitz the remaining to instantly get the rewards and finish. As well as the option to gain a little bit more just by luck from the mysterious chests, means that the Expedition Beyond is now an awful lot simpler to do. If you like this video or have any questions, please comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, toodles.